So I thought I would tell a story, but voice it this time, right? So that hopefully y'all have not become frustrated, but hopefully you've enjoyed the practice and learned about the story and see what signs you could use and what other signs that can be used. Because I'm trying to switch it out, but, you know, because I forget sometimes, then that happens. Anyway, so here's the story. I was trying to not use as much plastic. And sometimes if you don't have the context, because plastic is flexible, then you can spell it, you know, plastic. You know, for like your dishwashing or your clothes washing soap, you know, in the big jugs, and you're holding the big jugs. And most people are going to understand that. So then I ordered those sheets that come in, that, you know, that arrive in a box, a small box, and then they have the little sheets, and that you throw into the washing machine, and then you have less waste. And so this is the funny thing, is that when it became cold, we're using cold water and not even warm water. So I was washing some clothes, and when I looked in there to take them out to put them into the dryer, I noticed that that little sheet had not dissolved. So you could say dissolved or broken down. You could say broken down. It had not broken down. It had not dissolved. It was still there, but it was wet. Water moisture is wet. And so I thought, why did that happen? And I tried it again, and I thought, oh, it's the cold water. So then I got a bowl and a spoon, and then I put the sheet in the bowl, and then inside the kitchen I turned on the hot water and put it into the bowl, just a little bit, just enough to cover it, and then I swirl it around to break down that sheet or dissolve the sheet, and then I poured that into the washing machine. But I was doing that every time, and I thought, that is such a bother. I don't want to do that. So I ordered the same soap, but in a liquid. So now it's in a jug, and it's doing the thing that I didn't want to do. And the second thing is that there's these dishwasher. You know, we use the pods a lot, and they're not pods, but they're these little, you know, round things that it's just the soap only. You know, the pods have the liquid and the solid. Well, this was just the solid, but it was like in this little round thing that you would just put in where you would put your, you know, your dish soap. You know, you would just put it in there. And so it says, well, it's less, it doesn't have as much plastic, and it's the container that they all come in, I think, is like paper. And I'm going, okay, that would be fine. But I also can see, because if you live where it's humid, then they're going to stick together. You can say, this is sticky, right? Sticky. You can say that, but they're not really sticky. They're sticking together. So I would say stick together. I wouldn't even put it in the circle. I would put it here because it's sticking together. Sticks together. Then you have to break it up, and then it's going to, you know, kind of crumble, right? And so I don't want to do that. And I typed on that to an explanation for the company. And they go, yeah, she would have to keep it into the refrigerator. Well, anyway, so I'm just using the pods. So sometimes when you're trying to have less waste, it can become more of a hassle. So it depends on your lifestyle or who's living in the house. I mean, how many kids, what type of people, and what you can do. So it was just kind of frustrating me, and it's like, here I am trying to reduce some waste, and then I get this. So, but I'm trying to do that, and I know many people are trying to lower their waste for the plastic, but so many things are plastic because it's either cheaper, or it'll last longer, right? Like, for example, a hanger. Now, some I have those felt ones, so they won't, fall off the hanger. But most of the time, you buy them in those plastic. I don't like the wire hangers. No more wire hangers. I don't like that because of how the clothes fit on there, and so most people will use the plastic, but it's not one-time use, right? You use them again until they break, and so you can have them for a long time. So I think you have to look at what you use when you're reducing waste. What is it that you can do, or is it one-time use, or like my glasses are made from plastic, but it's not one-time use. It's not wasteful. I've had these for 2 years now. So I think when you think about it, just kind of ponder what you can do and what's really the best for your house, and the people that live in it, like I said. So I hope you got some signs and some practice on there. Remember, tell yourself some stories and see how you would sign it, or if you want to act it out, kind of envision it. And sometimes that's hard to envision because you're going, I don't know, because you put a hanger up there. So you've got the rod and you put the hanger, right? That's how you do that. Wire. And it can look like spaghetti, but or you can have it straight. It depends on if it's like a wire hanger. You could say, or you can just spell it. If it's a short word and people won't, catch it, you can say, oh, hangers, plastic, or wire. Now, people would probably get that. So you would have a choice on there, and then they would go, oh, I understand that. So it just depends. And so if you practice, like if you have a deaf friend or even hearing friends, they may know what you're talking about, but if you have voices off, see if they understand it. And that's one of my professors said, is like, videotape yourself, sign it without voicing. And you may remember what you're saying, but if you try to voice it back to yourself, does it make sense, or are you missing something? And so that's helpful to know if you're going to be able to be understood from deaf people. So enjoy, practice, and I will see you later. Bye.